Welcome back to Wave of Docker. Got another series preview for you today. Orioles take on the Toronto Blue Jays from Monday, June 3rd to Thursday, June 6th. That's right. In Toronto, 4-game set. Orioles just won 2 out of 3 against the Tampa Bay Rays, standing at 37-20, 3 games back of the New York Yankees. Those are 8-2 in their last 10. Toronto, 28-30. 6-4 in their last 10. They're 12.5 games back of the New York Yankees, who I think they just swept San Francisco. So, we're playing good baseball. Yankees are playing good baseball. I'm not really worried about what the Yankees are doing all year, honestly. Unless they go on this crazy, what was that one, Dodgers run where they, won, 50 games over, 2 months or something crazy. I'm not really worried about that because as long as we play good against them and we do our job, I'm not really going to try to, box score watch the Yankees unless, it gets down to, kind of a Tampa Bay thing like it was last season where it was just, neck and neck and we finally have our series together because we played well against them in our last series. We played well against the AL East since, last April. I'm not really worried about what the Yankees are doing unless they're doing good against us. So that's my little rant about the Yankees. But yeah, Orioles and Blue Jays. Tricky thing about this series is that there's 3 unlisted pitchers over 4 games. Game 1, Grayson versus Kevin Gausman. Game 2, Corbin Burns versus TBD. Game 3, TBD versus Jose Barrios, and Game 4, TBD versus Yusei Kikuchi. So I'm doing some guessing here, but I'm not really worried about that. Because, I can really look 4 days in the future, and I'm not really going to amend stuff later, and I want to, get this video out because the Orioles are playing tonight, so I have to, get this out. So, blah, 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 blah. That's the intro into the games. Grace Rodriguez, 5-2 over 9 starts in his last 3 starts since returning from his shoulder inflammation. He is 1-1 with a 3.18 ERA. He struck out 24 batters over that span. He actually did reach a new career high with 10 strikeouts in that loss against Boston. He's been pretty solid this year, 5-2 like I said. But when he blows up, he blows up. I think when he's on his game, he's him. He's that guy. But outside of that, it's just a little sticky for him. But I still like Grace Rodriguez a lot. Like I said, probably the most consistent pitcher. I mean, I've argued Dean Kern, but it's been Burns, Bradish, Grayson, even though Bradish had a bad last start. Whatever. As long as we have Burns, manning the ship and having, these fantastic starts that he's had all year, I'm not really worried about, 1 or 2 bad starts from our 2 or 3 guys. But I think Grayson's been pretty good this year, and I'm happy with what we've seen from him. Kevin Gausman, 4-3 over 11 starts with a 4.14 ERA over 54 1/3 innings. He's also sporting a 1.362 walks and hits per innings pitched and a 9.3 K per 9. Some from early regression from Kevin Gausman compared to his 2023 season when he was 3rd in Cy Young, leading the league in strikeouts. I think he also led the league in innings, but maybe I just made that up. But he's been solid. I think he's probably the second best starter this year. I think Chris Bassitt's probably pitched a little bit better than him, and you could argue Barrios as well. But yeah, I think the Blue Jays rotation has been pretty solid this year, and he's kind of I think he has a negative wins above replacement, but whatever. I think Kevin Gausman, he's a good pitcher. He goes out there, he goes deep in the games, he strikes out batters. He has that really good, his splitter? I think the splitter's his number 1 pitch. I like Kevin Gausman. I think he's looked all right this year. Hasn't pitched against the Orioles yet this year, so this will be his first appearance against the 2024 Orioles. Always nice to play against Gausman. I like Kevin Gausman. My mom doesn't really like Kevin Gausman that much because he spits a lot. He's always dipping, has long hair. But I like Kevin Gausman, and he's been all right this year. Corbin Burns, 5-2 over 12 starts with a 2.35 ERA over 72 2/3 innings. He's now gone 7 straight starts, going 6+ innings, and 5 straight without allowing a home run. He's that guy. He's in premier form right now. At least over the last 2 years, premier form. His Cy Young year 2022, he pitched a lot better. Or no, was it 2021? I think it was 2021 Cy Young. But we traded for an ace. We got an ace, and he's pitching like an ace. So pretty impressive stuff from Corbin Burns. I'm always happy to see him on the bump. He just does that and does his job. Regardless if he allows, so far this season, he hasn't had a game where it's all right, Corbin's off. We got to, get the offense on here. I don't think he's allowed more than 3 earned runs in any of his 12 starts. He's just been dialed, and I love it. He's not striking out as much better as he has in the past, but he's pitching to him. He's manufacturing outs. He's been fantastic. He's been arguably the best pitcher in the American League this year. Like I said, TBD for Toronto. Probably a bullpen game for them, I'd imagine. Romano's on the IL. Alec Manoah just got put on the IL. Chris Bassett pitched yesterday. They already have Kikuchi, Barrios scheduled for these next 2 games. So I think it's going to be a bullpen game too. But I could be wrong. Maybe they call up a prospect. I don't know. I'm not a Toronto Blue Jays fan, so I don't have access to their knowledge of their farm system. Game 3, TBD. I'm thinking it's Albert Suarez, unless like we pluck Cade Povich for some reason, or we make it a bullpen game. I'm not really sure. Because, I mean, the next 2 games, it should be Suarez in this game. He pitched after Corbin Burns in that Tampa series. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure why this game is TBD. But whatever. I think it's Albert Suarez. Like I said, unless they pluck Cade Povich and make it a bullpen game, like it should be Suarez. Like unless they rearrange Bradish and Suarez, I'm not really sure. I'm thinking Albert Suarez. Jose Barrios, 5-4 over 12 starts with a 2.78 ERA over 74 and 1/3 innings. His previous start against Baltimore went 7 innings, allowing 2 earned runs on 2 solo home runs from Adley Rutschman. I just caught that. You didn't see that. In his 12 starts, he's only gone less than 6+ innings once, which is kind of crazy. Really good pitching from Barrios. He's pitched well against the Orioles in the past. I think this is gonna fall again. I think like last season he had like a scoreless streak going or something against the Orioles or something ridiculous. He pitches well against Baltimore, and he's a good pitcher. He has a really large contract extension from Toronto. He's a good pitcher. There's no getting around that. So let's hope we don't repeat that minimal offense we had against him in the last game and we knock him out early. Game 4. TBD. I'm thinking it's Kyle Bradish. It should be Kyle Bradish on just based on the schedule. Like I said, unless we pluck Cade Povich, unless we trade for something. No, we're not going to trade for somebody to start them. Or make it a bullpen game. Should be Kyle Bradish. I'm not sure. But if it is Bradish, he had that rough outing against Tampa Bay. I was at that game. I think he allowed like 5 earned runs in like 2 2/3 innings. And I honestly thought it was going to be a back and forth game, but then the bullpen locked in. Like Jacob Webb pitched fantastic. Dylan Tate was fantastic. Keegan Aiken was good. I think Tiana Perez was in that game. I'm not sure. That was a great bullpen game. Probably the best bullpen game all year, which, is great to see from a bullpen that's kind of been subpar over the year so far. But yeah, that's game 4. Yusei Kikuchi, 2-5 over 12 starts with a 3.66 ERA over 66 and 1/3 innings. His last start against Baltimore, he went 4 and 1/3 innings, allowing 2 earned runs off of 2 home runs he allowed 2 earned runs off a home run from Westy, and I think it was like an O'Hearn single or something crazy. Adley didn't end up walking off that game, which was awesome. I was at that game as well. He's had tough last 2 starts, allowing 5 earned runs in each start and only going 8 and 1/3 innings over that span. 3 and 1/3 in the first game, 5 in the second. So yeah, Kikuchi's slumping a little bit. Barrios has been pitching great all year. Kevin Gosman's just kind of been, less than what we're used to seeing from him. I'm just really curious to see who we end up trotting out for game 3 and 4. It should be Suarez and Bradish. I'm not really sure why they didn't announce that. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's the series preview for Orioles Toronto in Toronto 4-game set. Second big series of June. I guess first big full series in June. We got Toronto. We got Tampa. We got Philadelphia. We got Atlanta. We got New York. We got Houston. Huge June. Could be a good time to reclaim first from the Yankees, because around this year, or no, I think it was early July, maybe mid-July, when we regained control of the AL East from Tampa Bay. So this is the beginning of a nice climb up to surpassing them, getting ahead of them. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Go O's, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.